Okay, so this is another Scratch tutorial. This one is on remixes. Sometimes you find a project that you want to copy or play around with, and it's a good idea to do a remix of it. So what we're going to do is a remix of all of our tutorial projects. So to find them, we need to go to our stuff, and we'll start with the dog walk tutorial. I'm going to click, once I have it up, I'm going to click See Inside. And the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to File and Save as a Copy, because I don't want to change the original one. Notice that it calls it now, instead of Tutorial 2 Dog Walk, it calls it, it just added copy to that. And I'm going to get rid of copy, and I'm just going to write in remix. Now, there are different types of remixes that you can do. And the one that I want us to do is a simple substitution. That is, we're going to pretty much keep the code and the concept exactly as it is, but we're going to change out some of the sprites and costumes. Okay, let's get started. First things first, let's go ahead, click on the stage, and then go to backdrops, and let's import a new backdrop from the library. I'm going to scroll down and find one that I want to use. In this case, I will use a night city with street. You don't have to. You can use whatever you want. And I'm going to get rid of the other one. So now I've got the night city street. Now, so far, I haven't changed any code. Everything works exactly as it did before. If I play it, you'll see. Okay. So now I want to change out the dog. Now, please notice, I'm not going to add a new sprite. Instead, I'm going to add a new costume to a sprite that already exists. Now, in this particular tutorial, we're making the dog walk by going back and forth between these two costumes. So I want to do something similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to click on People, and I'm going to use Avery here. I'm going to use these three costumes of Avery. I'm going to use Avery walking A, Avery walking B, Avery walking C. Wish I could select all three at once. Doesn't let me, so I'll have to do each one individually. I'll just go right back to it. Go to People, hit B, do the same thing. People, and then here it is. And then now I've got Avery in there too. Now if I hit play, she'll do her thing. She's walking, but we've still got the dog in there. And now they're both moonwalking. So I'm going to click Stop. And I'm going to get rid of the dog now. And I've still got Avery, who is now moonwalking. Okay. Now, we still have the parrot. Let's take care of that. I'm going to stop this, go back to the work screen, click on the parrot, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not adding a new sprite. I'm adding a new costume. I want to get a costume that's very similar to this, basically a bird flying with a wing up costume and a wing down costume. So I'm going to go to choose costume from library, animals. I'm going to use bat 1A, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to use bat 1B, and then I'm going to get rid of the parrot. So now if I play it, the bat pretty much does what the parrot did, and Avery pretty much does what the dog was doing, just walking back and forth. All right, well, we're not done yet. Currently, when you press space, as the script says, when you press space, it plays the sound of the dog barking. Now, I don't really want that, and the bat says don't bark at me. So instead, what we're going to do, stop this, we're going to get a different sound for Avery. And I should probably ought to change Avery's name. Instead of dog2 to Avery. You can actually change it to whatever you want, but it just didn't seem very nice to call her dog. All right, bad. Nope. All right, so I'm going to click on Avery, and I'm going to go to sounds, and notice the dog bark is in there. I'm going to leave that there for now. I'm going to go to choose sound from library, and I'm going to go to human, and I'm going to use scream female. Then I'm going to get rid of the dog, and now I have to go to the scripts, because look, it still says play sound dog 1 until done. We don't want that. We want to point it to the new sound, which is scream female. There we go. Now when we play it and we press space, she screams, and the bat says don't bark at me. So we got to change that too. So let's go down to where the bat says that, and let's change it to instead of please don't bark at me, how about let's just say please don't yell at me. All right, so now when we go to show mode, hit play, the bat can fly in all the directions, just like the parrot did. If we hold down C, it goes back to the original color. And if we press space, she yells, and the bat says, please don't yell at me. And that is a simple substitution remix. If you want to go a bit further and add some more sprites and have them do some different things, that is a little bit further than a substitution remix, but that's allowable. Go ahead and play with it. Have fun. But at the very minimum, we're going to do a substitution remix. All right. Thanks.